Have you ever received a phone call from someone claiming to be your bank, asking for personal information? If it's so, it's likely that you've been targeted by a chilling scam that's sweeping the country and almost got me last night. Hi, my name is Carlos Samaniego, and this video I'm going to share with you and expose to you one of the most insidious scams out there that literally happened to me last night. Bank impersonators are on the rise and they're preying on unsuspecting victims all over the world. It's costing them hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm going to tell you how these scams work, who they target, and what you need to do to protect yourself and your finances. My name is Carlos Samaniego, and I almost got scammed last night. And I just want to share my story just so you're aware and that you don't get caught up in this, because as good as I am, I fight the IRS for a living. I warn people about IRS scams, yet I almost got scammed last night by a bank scammer. And basically kind of what happened is last night about 8:30 in the evening, me and my wife are watching a television show and my daughter comes in and somebody's talking on the phone. And she's all, Dad, you need to talk to this person. So what had happened is that she got a call from a 1-800 number claiming to be Bank of America, and they were calling her because they told her her debit card had been compromised. It had been used in South Carolina. Somebody had charged $1,500. So my daughter kind of freaked out and said, well, you need to talk to my dad. So here's what's interesting. I picked up the phone and I said, yeah, how can I help you? And they said, oh, are you Mr. Samaniego? And I said, I am. I don't think they realized that they were talking to my teenage daughter, but they said, and I said, yes, I am. How can I help you? And they kind of went through this process that there had been some fraudulent charges in South Carolina, and there was some charges. Somebody had taken some money out of her account via Zelle. There you go. That was the other part of it. And I was kind of confused. And he kept on saying, well, this is your card number, correct? And he started the card, the first 4 digits and the last 4 digits. And I said, yeah. So heck, I'm thinking this must be legitimate, because I have gotten calls from my credit card companies when they saw a suspicious charge. And usually what ends up happening, you'll see the charge and they usually call you and it's kind of held up. But this was the first time the bank called me. So, and they're like, well, Mr. Samaniego, are you the primary on the account? And in fact, I wasn't. My wife had an account for my daughter. There wasn't a whole lot of money in her account. And I go, well, no, I'm not the primary. And they're like, well, who's the primary? And that kind of caught my wife, who happened to be sitting right next to me. She's like, well, wait a second. You're calling us and you don't know who the primary is. So my wife started questioning it, telling me, well, this might be a scam call. And I was just like, well, no, how do they know all this information? And then he even said, no, this is not a scam call. Can you look at the caller ID? This is Bank of America calling you. And we looked at the caller ID. My daughter was checking the back of her debit card. It was the same number. So, and they even said, well, if you feel free to give us a call back, but if you want to delay, the charges will go through and we can't do nothing to reverse it. And then at that point, my wife's like, well, hold on a second, stop. She took over the phone call and she started questioning this guy. Make sure you have a strong spouse. I kept on thinking it was legitimate, and my wife kept on questioning it. And then here's when we knew something was wrong. We knew something was wrong when he started saying, well, we want to reverse the Zelle charges. And my wife kept on saying, but there is no Zelle charges. And they said, well, somebody Zelled, they said $3,500. Well, there's never been $3,500 in my daughter's bank account. And he kept on saying that they needed to reverse the charge. Then he kept on saying, you need to go into your bank account. And my wife logged into the bank account. And then he said, go to the Zelle and then go to individual and put our information in there so we can reverse the charges that came out. That's when my wife says, enough is enough. We're going to stop this call. And I'm going to hang up the phone and I'm going to call Bank of America directly or go into the bank tomorrow morning. She did that. Guess what? This was a scam. The whole thing was a scam. And here I am, a financial professional that deals with scams, that deals with the IRS, and I almost got scammed at possibly out of money, or at least compromised my bank account, my wife's bank account. So I wanted to share that with you guys just to be aware of that, and also share with you a resource, and I'll put it in the link here. Let me go ahead and share this. You will see here, we actually looked this up. You'll notice right here on the screen, the latest 8 Zelle scams to know about. I'm going to share this link. And when you go here, number 4, the number 4 is the big one, the bank impersonator. Somebody will actually, and what it says here under this bank impersonator, it's a form of phishing account. They call you up, or they'll send you another form of this. They'll send you a Zelle link and make you think that somebody's taking money out of your account, and then they call you. So I'm going to share that link with you guys of this. Again, I had never heard about this, and here I am, almost got completely scammed, or at least compromised our account. So buyer beware, watch out for bank impersonators. Never share your online details with anybody. If somebody calls you, heck, even if, because I do know banks will call you, and I do know credit card companies will call you if they expect fraud. But if something does not sound right, always feel free to hang up the phone, tell them that you will go to the bank, or you will call the number behind your credit card or your bank card and call them directly. Just because the caller ID that they called me in said that it was from the bank doesn't make people know how to copy those and make it look like it's coming from the bank. So just beware. And my wife is probably giggling over here in the corner because she's over there in the computer, because her natural instinct popped up and she knew it was a scam. And she made a believer out of me last night. With that, guys, I'll talk to you later. This is Carlos, the tax debt consultant. Again, if you got tax problems, that's my specialty. Obviously, bank scams aren't my specialty. Here's my website. Go download my free book, taxdebtbook.com. If you got IRS problems, talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.